Now, over the many years I've had the bike, 15 years, one of the nicknames that stuck over those years was when I refer to this bike as the Ground Pounder. And you can enjoy this in full 4K, just adjust your device accordingly. Well, our beautiful fall weather seems like it's just getting better every day. We got a little bit of change in the leaves, that's coming. We're not in full peak yet, but the weather has just been perfect. It's just been a little chilly when you leave the house and just perfect when you get home. And we're getting out on the open road today. Now, we're coming up on the end of the farm season, and as the leaves are falling, you see the leaves all over the driveway. You think you're going to get a break, but then there's leaves to rake every day. But I want to get pre-flighted out here. Karen's cooking away. This time of year, being out on the open road in a nice cool weather with the leaves changing on a bike that just delivers the torque smoothly and effortlessly. This is a very special bike to me. I call it the Ground Pounder. So while I'm out riding, Karen's making butternut squash soup. Is that what you call it?
Curried coconut.
Curried coconut.
Curried coconut butterscotch soup.
You heard it from the boss. I'm going riding. Now, nicknames are a funny thing. You never know when one is going to stick like glue, and this one stuck like glue. And an example is with our friend Mike. We called him Fast Mike one time. It stuck like glue, and for all eternity, the poor guy is Fast Mike. And this R1 is the Ground Pounder. And if you've got a Ducati, I'm sure you're entertained by the fact they call it a duck. I don't know how that all happened, but when Luciano got his first Ducati, it was quack, 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 quack. I never heard the end of it. But this nickname, the Ground Pounder, comes from the way this particular motorcycle, and I'm sure most of all of the R1s of this era, they had this I don't know how to even describe it. Yamaha always seems to get it, that they get to a certain RPM, about 10,000, and it's like the 4-barrel carburetor opens up, and they have that great sound that when you back off the gas in any gear, it's just a sound that's wonderful to me. Now, I think Yamaha not only got it right, got the power band right on this bike, but on the MT-09 also. It has that feeling like you can be in one gear too high, and it's no problem at all, the way the torque spreads. And if you drop it down a gear, and those velocity stacks come off the engine at about 10,000, the only thing I know is it's just like a car. When in the old days, when the 4-barrel carburetor used to open up, you get thrown back into the seat. It's very cool. And that cross-plane sound is such a big part of the enjoyment you get from this motorcycle. Not only the power delivery, the torque, the way it takes the gas, but then that final cherry on a Sunday, you're coming up on a turn and you back off the gas. Now, all of my bikes I always pre-flight before I go for a ride. Most of the time I'm riding alone. I don't want to have any issues with tires or with anything else. And in this bike in particular, I made a lot of the carbon fiber parts for it. I like to run my hands over them, make sure nothing's loose, nothing. So far, 15 years later, everything is solid as a rock. And I really think this bike, for me, it suits my needs. As a super bike, this is the bike I like the best. And unless somebody's ever ridden a cross plane, it's hard to explain to them what the attraction is. I don't even know how to put it into words. You ride a day on this in the saddle, and you'll know exactly what it is. And the last part of it, as I painted any part I painted blue that was flat black from the factory, and the seat cowl that I made, I actually made 2 of them, and those headlight inserts that I made, every single part that I made for this, I thought the bike looked more and more like what I found to be attractive. And the final thing, the silver wheels, of course. But when I look back at the pictures of the bike when it was brand new and it had all the stickers on it and everything, and flat black wheels, and I look at it now, I think every minute of that time, every second, was well spent. And it's always an elusive thing when you buy a new bike, and I had 15 years to do this, to make the bike your own. Do the custom touches that you want to make it stand out in a crowd. Get the ergonomics perfect. In this case, getting the handlebars on it that suited me. Those are GS bars. And I did a dedicated video on the channel of doing the conversion for anybody that's interested in taking their sport bike and putting handlebars on it. Might be good information. And of course, the cherry on the sundae here, the Valentine radar detector. Without that radar detector, a lot less fun. And no matter how much time or energy or money it takes to do it, once you get a bike to be your own, you basically have it for the rest of your life. And that's the important thing. All of the work, all of the time, all of the money I put into this project, at the end, I have it for the rest of my life. And boy, this couldn't have been a nicer fall day with the leaves and everything, and they just couldn't be nicer. But like every day, time to get back to the farm, see how Karen's cooking's coming out. So I hope you enjoyed sharing a day with the Ground Pounder. If you did, please take a second or two, hit the like button. If you have any comments, positive or negative, please leave them for me. I appreciate your interaction. And guys, thank you so much for watching.